2 miles away from University Hospital Coventry.
Ambulance service, is the patient breathing?
Hang on, we're just trying to get him out of the car. Is he breathing? No, he's not breathing.
Road traffic alert.
Oh, there's a child in the back.
We'll give you an EC en route. Jenny!
Unconscious male. Not breathing.
An ETA of 8 minutes over.
Vehicles dispatched. 2 ambulances, fire service and Helimed road crew.
So what is it, an RTC cardiac arrest?
RTC cardiac arrest.
Pedestrian or a car?
Didn't say.
Is he conscious?
Okay, we can't find a pulse, but...
Got a very safe...
He's got a very safe pulse.
Conscious? Is he conscious?
No, he's not conscious, no.
Total conscious, not breathing.
Medic 5-3 arriving on scene.
The patient is 76-year-old Martin.
Hi, guys.
He had a cardiac arrest at the wheel of his car.
Who's running at the moment?
How long ago was he found? It was roughly about 10 minutes ago. We witnessed a crash of his car.
A member of the public started CPR on the scene. Meanwhile, the local fire station team were alerted. They continued chest compressions.
Do you want to restart CPR? He's in VF. He needs another shock.
VF, ventricular fibrillation.
Do you mind if I charge the defib?
Yep.
One of the most dangerous heart rhythms.
That's right, stand back. It's shocking now, hands off.
Watch your leg.
Martin is in a critical state. His heart is not pumping blood at all.
See if we can get IV access.
The emergency services are urgently working on treatment that may get Martin's heart beating again.
What we're going to do, I'm going to pull him forward, shove this underneath, yeah?
Yeah.
We got the...
On you, we're just going to lift his head forward, so keep hold of that LMA.
Okay.
Just come off the chest.
The Lucas machine will now take over the task of chest compressions, freeing up the emergency crew.
Thank you for that.
So it's our end tidal of 3.4.
I've not got a pulse at the moment.
The crew now focus on other life-saving interventions.
All right, do you want to charge and shock?
Shock him.
So that's shock 4.
I'm going to get someone in 100,000 adrenaline, Naveed.
Been going about a minute since the last 4th shock. Keep him covered because he's going to get cold pretty quick, isn't he?
Sorry.
The situation is dire.
Right, if you give a gentle roll.
A new set of pads are applied in different positions on Martin's chest to try and shock Martin's heart into a normal rhythm.
Shock him.
Martin's grandson was in the back of the car during the incident.
Ben, how old's the child?
2.5.
Oh, so not aware of what's gone on.
The toddler was retrieved from the car unharmed. He's being looked after by his family.
He's doing agonal breathing, but I can't feel the pulse.
OK, 4 milligrams.
I can only feel a very weak one.
Finally, they detect a pulse.
Seems to be getting
Right.
slightly.
Right, let's get the blood pressure SATs probe, get him on the scoop.
A cardiac arrest is the most serious job that we can go to. The heart has stopped and the patient is not breathing. These people need immediate CPR. A cardiac arrest can happen at any time without any warning. If that happens to you and you're driving a car, then obviously the risk to yourself and everyone else is massively increased.
What happens when you have a medical emergency at the wheel? It takes seconds of having a medical incident, such as a heart attack, seizure, stroke, or falling asleep behind the wheel of a vehicle, to cause a catastrophic accident. The consequences can be devastating for driver and for other road users. Thankfully, it's rare. The team are supporting Martin's breathing with ventilation. Following the defibrillator shocks and various drugs, his heart is beating again.
Hello, Recess.
Now the teams need to get Martin to hospital for urgent care.
We'll be with you in about 5 minutes, please.
Okay, thank you.
Every minute counts to give Martin the best chance of survival. Great British roads. Every 16 minutes. Death or serious injury. For some survivors, it's a long road to recovery.
Is he conscious?
We can't find a pulse.
So is he conscious?
No, he's not conscious, no.
76-year-old Martin. Cardiac arrest at wheel of car. Unable to breathe for himself.
There, it's Martin, and that's his wife, Wendy.
This is Martin. He's, we think, 76. At 0906 999 call time for a witnessed apparent collapse behind the wheel. He's had a total of 5 shocks. ROSC after the 5th shock at 0931. Drugs-wise, he's had 2 adrenaline, amiodarone 300 plus 150. When he was removed from the vehicle, CPR was started then. I don't know the exact time of first crew arrival.
Right, OK, but he did have bystander CPR.
He did have bystander CPR, well, fire crew CPR.
Right, OK.
Martin's daughter Tracy was at work when she received the dreaded phone call about her father and 2-year-old son.
There's Heartline hooked up.
Have you got Wendy?
Yeah, Wendy and daughter Tracy's in there now as well.
Thank you.
With Martin handed over to the care of the hospital, the Helimed paramedic checks in on the family.
I've met your mum already. I'm Jenny. Hello. So Martin's still the same. His heart hasn't stopped again. It's continued beating. And at the moment, he's critical. It's kind of minute by minute at the moment. We'll have to see what happens, OK? It's going to be at least half an hour, probably more, before any of the doctors come and speak to you, because there's a lot of things they need to do for Martin just now.
Can't stop shaking.
That's OK. It's a big shock, isn't it?
We're taking things really literally minute by minute at this stage. Things are really unpredictable. We're just putting him to sleep at the moment, so this is a fairly critical point for us. It's not brilliant, is it? It's not great, is it?
Not huge, is it?
We need a bigger vein, yeah. No, this is no good.
To administer life-saving drugs and fluids, they need to locate a vein. But it's proving difficult.
We've got one for the adrenaline, we've got one for drugs. We can also give it via the adrenaline as well.
So we've got 2 access, which is the minimum, but they're both not in an ideal position. They're relatively narrow lines, and they're on the hand, so a long way from the heart.
It's been almost 2 hours since Martin's cardiac arrest. Without access to a good vein, his fate hangs in the balance.
We need a bigger access closer to the heart.
76-year-old Martin had a cardiac arrest this morning at the wheel of his car, shortly after setting off from his home.
Ambulance service, is the patient breathing?
We're just trying to get him out of the car. Is he breathing? No, he's not breathing.
The team are fighting to save his life. But it's been a struggle to find a vein.
You have control? You've got your left hand?
Yeah, got it.
It looks in the screen, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm just going to try and trace it a bit.
Yeah. We've now secured a good size intravenous access. One of the places we can look is the neck. With a bit of head down, the neck veins fill.
With a good vein accessed, Martin will now be taken for a CT scan.
Excellent, they can use that for CT as well.
So he's going to have contrast and dye which would circulate through his lungs, and it's quite important to have a certain size of cannula, hence why we ended up inserting the cannula in his neck, because we wanted to be sure that going to CT scan we would get as optimal pictures as possible for the radiologist to be able to interpret and give us a better idea of what might be happening.
Things can change really quickly when you've had a cardiac arrest, and so it's been quite stable until now, and then we were just about to go to CT, and the heart rhythm changed to one that's much more potentially dangerous.
With Martin's heart steady again, the team can progress.
We've come to the CT scanner to do a scan of his head as well as of his chest to look, see if there's any bleeding in his brain or any blood clot in his lung. So those are the 2 main things we want to consider and rule out at this point. How much longer for the scan?
No, look at that.
Done. Cool. The other thing that we've noted since it's been to and from CT is having funny rhythms. The green line at the top, so that's his heart rhythm. So it's basically keeps going in and out of different rhythms, which is a bit concerning.
Martin's heart is unstable.
I think the biggest risks to him are the underlying cause of the cardiac arrest. I think this is probably a heart issue and a rhythm issue with his heart. That, by definition, is highly unpredictable. So that can change literally minute to minute.
Have you seen him yet? No.
His family can see him now for the first time since the accident.
Lower him down a bit, you can hold his hand, talk to him like normal, okay?
Right.
Martin will now be admitted to the intensive care unit for close monitoring and further investigations. Great British roads. 328 billion miles travelled annually. 62% of casualties, men.
All right, Martin, it's okay. Just relax.
Martin had a cardiac arrest at the wheel of his car.
I've not got a pulse at the moment.
Causing him to crash into another car and a wall. It's been 2 days since he was put on a life support machine. Today, they're trying to lift his sedation.
In effect, he's just suffered a brain injury, really, having a cardiac arrest. His brain has probably been starved of oxygen. You know, there's no sort of prediction, really, that will tell us how someone will be when we try to wake them up. The CPR will save their life, and you just hope that, you know, they don't suffer brain damage.
It's not us that saves these people, it is the person that you're stood next to when this happens. If they start immediate CPR, we come and add the next level of care to that, preserving the brain function. So the shorter that we can make that gap, the better for the patient.
Martin's son-in-law, Nicholas, and wife, Wendy, have come to visit.
Hi, Dad.
Nicholas has come to see you. It's not nice, is it, to see? You're going to squeeze my hand. Give it a nice big squeeze. No?
I'm praying for you. By God's grace, you are going to get better.
Nodding.
Just keep through. I know you are going to pull through. Have a nice evening, Dad. I love you.
See you then.
Martin, can you raise your hand, your right hand for me?
Martin is beginning to respond to commands.
What about your toes?
Yeah, they go. It's raring to go, aren't you?
He's showing good signs because he's moving all his limbs, he's opening his eyes. That's all good things that we want to see.
Doctors are happy with Martin's oxygen levels and alertness. Critical care senior sister Lucy can now remove the tube.
Big cough. That's it.
Right, you know where you are? In hospital. You've had a heart attack. His oxygen levels are okay at the moment. But yeah, so far so good.
I am very relieved. Happier now he's had the pipe taken and he's a bit more alert, aren't you? Eh? You get stronger now, Martin, so you can come home.
Although awake and able to breathe for himself, Martin is still a mystery for the medics. They begin a series of urgent investigations.
Big breath in, big as you can.
To try to discover why his heart remains unstable.
The main areas that we would look at are the plumbing of the heart, so the pipes or coronary arteries that take blood into the heart. So if the heart arteries are narrowed or blocked, you get a lack of blood to part of the heart muscle, and that bit will then become abnormal.
You haven't got any tight narrowings in your heart arteries, just some very mild furring.
I think the next test will be an MRI scan to have a look at the heart in more detail.
Breathe in and hold your breath.
The MRI is very sophisticated. It allows us to work out how well the heart's working, where the damage is, and what the heart muscle is made up of. It's probably the most important test in his case after the angiogram.
With the test done, doctors have been able to make a diagnosis.
And we can tell looking at the MRI that you've had a heart attack at some point, months or years in the past, and that has caused some scarring at the back of the heart. That area of scarring has damaged the electrical wiring in there, causing some short circuits, and that short circuit decided to switch on that day when you were driving. It's a bit of a detective work trying to get all the clues together, but we cannot guarantee that that won't happen again. And that's why implanting a special pacemaker, we call it an implantable cardioverter defibrillator, and it's very clever because it'll watch your heart rhythm and it'll identify the bad rhythms come on. Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Thanks.
Thanks so much. When I think of putting the kids in the car, though, even with a pacemaker, no. I don't think I'll be doing that. But it's great that they've got the medication as a backup, the pacemaker, you know. Couldn't be better, really, could it? I can't wait to get it fitted, really.
Ready? Martin is one of 30,000 people each year in the UK who has had out-of-hospital cardiac arrest.
Do you mind if I charge the defib?
2 weeks ago, when his heart stopped, the critical care team shocked him back to life with an external defibrillator. Today, he is having his own internal defibrillator implanted.
The key steps of this procedure is to gain, as we say, vascular access. So we are going to place 2 leads into the heart. There's a risk of us damaging the heart, the lungs, the blood vessels, so we have to be careful when we're placing these leads. You ready for a needle? Sharp scratch coming up in a second.
Over the last 10 to 20 years, the procedure has become more and more minimal invasive. But there's always a risk of dying as part of the procedure.
More gauze, please.
The advancement in medical technology means the implantation of the internal defibrillator doesn't require open heart surgery.
Feel a little bit of pushing now. Okay.
Patients can now be treated under local anesthetic. The defibrillator, the size and weight of a small pack of playing cards, will be permanently wired under Martin's chest wall and connected to his heart.
It will sit just on top of your breast muscles.
It contains a battery-powered, computerized electronic device that lasts for 10 years.
We have got an X-ray camera that moves around the patient and allows us to basically look into the patient. But we need to know exactly where the tip of the lead is in order for it to hook onto the heart muscle.
What you will see is that there is a flashback of blood coming into the syringe, and the tricky part is now to find exactly the place where the vein is. So sometimes it's tricky to locate it, especially when the veins are small.
The vein gives access to the blood vessel, where thin wires can be attached to the defibrillator and to the heart.
So the wire is going into the vein now. Just follow it through to the heart, please. Into the right place, so we'll see whether we can get the second one in. Okay, so the second one's gone in. So each of these anchoring wires will then be used to place the cables into the heart. Okay, so this is the defibrillator cable that will go into the heart. Okay, that's fine. Happy with this? Yeah. What we'll do is we'll place the leads now into the defibrillator. And in it goes. So the defibrillator is in the pocket now, so we'll just double check whether everything's in the right place. There it is.
You can link up the defibrillator to your mobile phone. You can send data through the mobile phone to the hospital, and that interaction gives some patients reassurance over and control over their own health.
It went okay. The final outcome result was very good.
Martin will be monitored for a few days before he can be discharged. Whilst recovering on the ward, Martin has had time to reflect. His neighbour who found him 2 weeks ago posted her take on social media.
Woke this morning to loud bang. The police told me and Ben if we hadn't acted as we did, Car could have exploded, and the gentleman would definitely have passed. You'd call it a remarkable chain of events, really, wouldn't you? And here I am still breathing.